I'm back. Yeah, time for some reviews. In 2015, here we go. Ha ha. Hey, hey, hey. Maria, where's my pants?
Welcome back to Little Piece of the Music for the females. But it's perfect. Alright, my little TCL, this is Scorpion72, and what I'm going to be doing is reviewing Marvel Legends. That's right. I do collect Marvel Legends also. The reason why I haven't really gone through some of the reviews is the ones that came up before, I thought long story short, I really didn't think there would be this much Marvel Legends coming out, and they're really pushing for some of the characters that I really wanted to see into the waves. So that kind of got me back into kind of collecting Marvel Legends a bit. But I'm being more like cherry picking a bit here and there when possible. But when it comes to build a figure, it's kind of hard to do that. But there are ways around that when you can trade them online and stuff like that. I don't recommend doing that foolishness that I see a lot of in Walmart and stuff. But I think I mentioned in another video of mine that the swapping and stuff is really uncool. You know, if you want the figure, buy the figure, but don't return it with a different figure inside a different piece, because that really discourages people from getting this line, and then it sends a message to Hasbro that either A, change the packaging, or just stop it altogether from having it retail or have it a different way. So don't be a just don't be a dick. In other words. Anyways, so the way I'm going to do this review is basically I'm going to introduce the whole set here. This is the Thanos Build-A-Set series, and it consists of 6 figures, which actually you only need 5 of them for this wave in particular. So you have Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk. That's from the Avengers Age of Ultron movie. Very good movie, great movie. You should go see it, especially if you're a Marvel fan. I hope you are. Then the other figure is Batroc, and then you have Spider-Woman, Hellcat. Spider-Woman and Hellcat are the 2 figures where you choose, these 2 over here, you choose which one you really want, because they both come with the same build-a-figure piece, which is the head and the arm of Thanos. So it's not necessary to get these 2. In another video, I'm going to show you some of them where you kind of have to get all 6 in order to build that figure. This is not that case. Basically, you do need the first 4 figures I introduced here. And these 2, you can get them both or choose which one you really want, or it's up to you. So I want to just get swift to the point. The majority of you guys know Marvel Legends, you know articulation of the Marvel Legends, you know what to expect. I'm going to go through the certain different styles or anything that's really changed about that figure, because a lot of these figures have come out before. So we're going to take a look at if there's anything different from what I remember from them, and vice versa, and so on. And most likely we're going to look more into the new characters that have never been released, like Batroc and Hellcat. Hellcat here. So those figures are more going to be the focus when I do this. They're all going to be focused on, but I'm going to emphasize a bit more on the ones that we're getting around to at the first time as a 6-inch figure, or repeat, because Spider-Woman did come out before and they redid her, and she's a lot better than the first one. So with that being said, let us begin. And of course we're going to begin with number 1, which is going to be Iron Man, and then we're going down the line. Alright, my little TCLs, we're going to do this in 2 parts. So this is part 1 of my Marvel Legends review of the Thanos wave, and the first figure we're looking at is the first one that you guys see on the back of the packaging, because they're numbered 1 to 6, and it's going to be Iron Man. So basically, there's been, obviously you already know, there's a lot of Iron Mans have been coming out there. This one kind of has the same, I find, body that was used for the other Iron Man from the previous Avengers movie, as well as some of his other movies and stuff. Being that the upper torso is what twists here, but all in all, he has basically the same articulation, where he has like ball jointed head, shoulder articulation, double joint in the elbows, wrist articulation, wrist swivel. I just showed you the waist articulation, double jointed knees, and he has ankle articulation as well as ankle pivot and swivel there. So his paint job is based off of his costume in the last half of Avengers. So he's kind of gone back to the kind of red and gold that we see a lot in the comic books, which I think now they're using this armor in the comic books as well. He comes with a changeable head, which I believe this might be the first time that, not that they have the removable faceplate for Tony Stark here, but it's one that actually just has it lift up, so it doesn't come off completely, and it's not him completely without the helmet. It's one that lifts. It's just his faceplate lifted up, so you just pop off the heads, which I love about this. I love Marvel Legends for doing stuff like that, because you can actually, if you have a customized Tony head or Tony Stark head, you can actually just have that on there, pop anybody's head on there, and there you go. So it looks really cool. This is probably the look I'm going to have on my shelf for Mr. Stark, because of the other Iron Mans that are out there, which pretty much the majority of them have them with the faceplate down. He comes with the left foot of Thanos. So when getting Iron Man, you will get the left foot of Thanos to build the figure. And on the top box there, it does say it's Avengers, so it's kind of separated from being Marvel. Basically, the latter three of the figures that I'm going to review could say Marvel, but these ones basically specifically say on the package Age of Ultron, meaning these are the figures that appear in the movie. Next we have good old Captain America. Boom. So, what I like about this Captain America, of course, the costume is based off of the movie also. It's his hands. Basically, he comes with interchangeable hands, at least 2 extra ones. I like this one because he has a salute hand, or it could be used as a karate chop hand. He basically has the same articulation as Iron Man. His shield seems a little bit more sturdy. One day I would love them to make a battle damage shield where it's like cracked in half or something. Well, I'm surprised I haven't done it yet. That would be so cool. Even if it came with a villain, that would be so cool to have. So it's quite sturdy. It has the 2 straps here. The only difference about this shield, and kind of don't like, is that there's no way for you to actually attach it on the back. A lot of the other previous Captain Americas, you were able to attach a shield on the back, just like this somehow. This, there's no way to attach it, nothing to link. Even if they had a little magnet here and a magnet there to kind of like, you know, magnetize it, but there's nothing whatsoever. So, he comes with 2 changeable hands and a changeable head. So of course, one of them is going to be a fist, as I just showed you. The other one's a salute hand. Just pop out like this. They're really tight inside when you put them there inside of his wrist. The hand's really staying there, so you really have to pull them, and they're really in there, quite sturdy. So now he has his fist hands ready to fight. He has the little Avengers logo as well on the side. These figures should be coming out, actually should be popping up in stores right about now, or they might have been out about a month by now by this review. Marvel Legends, Hasbro's really been popping out, having a lot of figures and waves coming out. Excuse me. Roughly, I think now there's at least 1 or 2 every month, or every other month. So it's quite a lot of Marvel Legends figures they're having coming out for this year. So you always have to check back online or at your store to see who's next or what wave is next that they have. Like right now, I think the Ant-Man wave is hitting, and I think there's another. Yeah, the Spider-Man wave is coming up really soon. So the Ant-Man wave, I believe, has the Hulk Buster in it. The head, as I was just doing there, as I was talking, it just pops right off, and then you can just put on the helmet Steve Rogers head. Still wondering why we haven't gotten an actual identical Steve Evans head. They did make it, I think maybe 3 years, and 3 years ago, I remember there was a picture from Toy Fair where they show you, sorry, not Steve Evans, Chris Evans. I'm mixing the two names together. Chris Evans had an actual sculpt of his head, and also Thor actually had a sculpt of his head. But lately, Thor, the last movie figure of Thor, we did get an actual sculpt of Hainsworth there, but not Evans. I don't know why. Maybe there's maybe he just doesn't like the likeness when it's done, when the finished product it's happened, because they still have to get the final approval from the actor. The other hand here, the left hand, as you can see, these things are really in there tight when you put them in. It's kind of the point your finger, as I call, don't do this, don't do that, or we want you to join the Avengers kind of pointing hand, which is another one of my favorite, because it's just really cool. It's almost like he challenged somebody, like, I'll take you on, or, you know, number one, listen to these facts. So that's pretty cool. So that's Captain America. There's been a lot of Iron Man, Captain America, so it's just now come down to take your pick of which one you really like, or which one you want to have on your shelf. I like this one. The costume feels really well done. Like the texture, there's texture in all the blues. The blue part of his costume has a little bit of texture to it, so it's not just a plain, not just plain sculpt that's just been painted. It's actually you can feel the lines and rivets of this costume. Last but not least, he comes with the right foot of Thanos. So, again, the Captain America, you have the right foot of Thanos for the Build-A-Figure, since this is the Thanos Build-A-Figure series. And last but not least, in this part 1 of Thanos Review Marvel Legends figure series, is the Hulk. This Hulk, he is quite massive to be fitting in the small package that he does come in. So I like that. I'm not too sure about the shoulders. I find them a little too small. He's on a ball, his head's on a ball joint, which is also removable. It seems that all of them have that remove a head, so if you want to swap with somebody, another head that's roughly about the same size, you have the option, and you hear it snaps right back in. Articulation is pretty much the same. Shoulder articulation, double jointed elbows. His elbows I find kind of small. There's a lot of parts of the Hulk that's big and small at the same time. His fist is a little weird because it's like the palm part of his fist are just rounded off, which it looks really odd and weird. I find it looks weird. Upper chest articulation, that's supposed to be allowing him to twist so he can do like a Hulk punch and actually get into that pose. Ball jointed at the hips, upper thigh swivel, as well as he has the Avengers symbol here on the A. I think everybody has that except for Iron Man, because he's just Mr. I'm the best at what I am, and I'm the rich man. So let me see. He doesn't have any Avengers symbol. Icon on his suit whatsoever. Back to articulation of Hulk. Here he has double jointed knees. The bottom part of his pants is just painted on, so there's no swivel here at the thigh. The calf area. And then he has articulation at the ankle as well as swivel pivot. So, and he can balance really well. He's quite heavy. Well, his legs are heavier than his body. Believe it or not, his body is made of hollow plastic, so it allows for more balance because the legs sort of really hold this figure up. Hulk comes with right hand of Thanos. So when you get this figure, which a lot of people are grabbing up the Hulk because for the price point, he is quite a big figure. And just to do a little sneak comparison here, from some photos I've seen, as you can tell, he's actually bigger than the Build-A-Figure, believe it or not. I'm going to do a comparison of that when I actually put Thanos together. You're going to see, I'm going to take a look and see just how much bigger the Hulk is to Thanos, which you figure would be the other way around. Back to the piece he comes with, there seems to be some, I'm not sure if this is going to be the design they're going to use for the movie, and he has all these lines and stuff in the armor and stuff that he's wearing. So I'm not quite sure as to if this is going to be reused for somebody else. It's possible, or if it has been reused already. But I just find that a little weird, and I guess we'll have to wait and see. See? Hulk's not too top heavy here. Alright, so that's part 1 of my review for the Thanos series. Part 2, we'll go through the other 3 figures, which will be Batroc, Hellcat, and Spider-Woman. Alright, so like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, keep playing, my little TCLs. See you soon.